All right, so today we're jetting off to Milan. Well, sort of. We're diving deep into Milan Fashion Campus and their really cool short courses.
Ooh, Milan Fashion Campus.
Yeah, have you heard of it?
I have. I've heard good things.
Yeah, their website was really intriguing and it got me thinking, like imagine instead of just visiting Milan, you actually go there to learn like right in the heart of it all.
Yeah, it's like a dream for any fashion lover. Right.
Totally. But you know what really stood out? They seem to get that not everyone can just drop everything and like dedicate years to fashion school.
True. Traditional fashion education can be a huge commitment.
Huge. So they're all about these short, super intense learning experiences, almost like a fashion boot camp, which I kind of love.
Yeah. And that makes it accessible to so many people, right?
Exactly. And don't think it's only for aspiring designers.
Right. Who else are they targeting?
Well, their website mentions a huge variety of students, from people who are just curious about fashion all the way up to like industry pros.
So you could have someone who's just starting out, maybe just finished high school, sitting next to someone who's been working in the industry for years.
Yeah. Or even someone who's thinking about a career change.
That's amazing. What a fantastic learning environment, right?
Totally. It just brings so many different perspectives to the table.
And levels of experience. Imagine the conversations and the collaborations that could come out of that.
Seriously, it's like a crash course in not just fashion, but like the whole industry from so many angles.
I'm picturing like a seasoned buyer giving feedback to a design student who's all about sustainability. Just so much potential for growth.
And talk about a crash course. Get this, courses start every single Monday.
Wait, really? No semesters or anything?
Nope. Year-round, every Monday, they're ready to go.
Wow. So it's perfect if you like suddenly have a free month or even just a week.
Exactly. You could literally slot in some serious fashion knowledge between like your day job and, I don't know, life in general.
That's so smart, right? It really speaks to this whole micro-learning trend.
Micro-learning. What's that?
It's all about breaking down learning into these smaller, more digestible chunks. So instead of committing to a whole semester, you can focus on very specific skills in a shorter time frame.
Okay, that makes total sense in our busy world.
Totally.
Yeah.
People are juggling so much these days, this just makes it way more doable.
And affordable, hopefully. Which reminds me, we should probably dig into the costs and all that later.
Definitely. That's super important information.
For sure. But okay, back to this whole starting every Monday thing. I was thinking, with that much flexibility, you're bound to get a huge age range.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine the classroom dynamic.
Right. And they even mentioned on their website they get students as young as 16 and as, well, let's just say experienced as someone in their 40s.
Wow, that's quite a span. But think about it, how often do you get to learn alongside people from completely different generations, especially in a field like fashion?
That's true. It's like you've got the cutting edge trends from the younger generation and then the historical perspective from those who've seen it all.
Right. Like imagine a teenager obsessed with streetwear next to someone who actually remembers when those styles first became popular.
That's amazing. You'd get such a well-rounded view of fashion.
Exactly. And that's something you don't get from just reading a textbook or watching videos online.
It's like real-world lived experience right in the classroom. So cool.
Totally. Okay, I'm sold. Sign me up. But wait, who are the teachers? Do they mention that on the
Well,
website?
Sue, and this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, lay it on me.
So the founder of Milan Fashion Campus, the man behind it all, is Angelo Russica.
Okay, I don't think I know that name.
Okay, well, buckle up, because his resume is basically a who's who of the fashion world. We're talking Dolce & Gabbana, Gianni Versace, Max Mara. He's worked with them all.
Wait, seriously. He's worked with all those big names.
He has, and not just like contributed to some of their most iconic lines. Like we're talking Jenny's, Spazio, versus designs that define the 90s.
Wow, he's like a walking fashion legend.
Totally. So you have to wonder, how does that kind of experience translate into teaching?
Right. Does he bring that real-world high fashion experience to the classroom? Because that would be amazing.
That's exactly what we were wondering. And, well, from what I gathered from the website, it seems like he's really passionate about giving his students a well-rounded fashion education.
So not just focusing on one specific aspect of the industry.
Exactly. It's like he's bringing all those years of experience, working with those legendary designers, and kind of distilling it down into these courses.
That makes sense, given his background. He's seen it all from haute couture to ready to wear.
Right. Okay, remember those eye-catching course titles we were talking about? They weren't kidding around.
Like streetwear design and artificial intelligence in fashion.
Those are the ones. And there's more. Fashion Week experience, one-day personal styling in Milan.
Okay, hold on. The Fashion Week experience one, that just sounds incredible. I mean, imagine actually being in Milan during Fashion Week.
Right, and not just like attending shows as a spectator, but like actually getting an insider's perspective.
It's like a dream come true. Okay, that one's definitely going on my wish list. What about you? Any of them pique your interest?
Oh, they all sound amazing, but that one-day personal styling in Milan thing, that's calling my name.
Oh, I see you. Getting that Italian style makeover.
A girl can dream.
Yeah.
But seriously, even just a taste of that, learning from stylists who live and breathe Italian fashion, that would be incredible.
Okay, and for anyone who's all about that personalized experience, they have this fashion incentive fashion workshop option.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. It's like they're saying, tell us what you want to learn and we'll make it happen.
Right, which is pretty rare for short courses. Usually it's like you pick from a set list.
Yeah, exactly. This is like next level customization. It's like having a bespoke suit, but for your fashion education. Okay, sorry, I'm getting carried away now.
No, I'm with you. It's just, it shows that they're really invested in their students' individual goals, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, totally. And speaking of being invested, can we just talk about how upfront they are about everything?
What do you mean?
Like, they're not hiding their pricing or anything.
Oh, you mean like it's all right there on the website, clear as day.
Exactly. And they're super transparent about their instructors' qualifications, too.
Which, let's be real, is super important in a field like fashion, where reputation is everything.
Totally. And it's like they're saying, we're proud of what we offer, and we want you to feel confident about choosing us.
It definitely builds trust, right? Like they're not trying to hide anything.
Exactly. And you know what else I noticed? They're not afraid to showcase the diversity of their student body. Remember how we talked about the age range?
Yeah, it's not every day you see a fashion school actively encouraging older students to apply.
Right. And it's not just about age. They seem to welcome students from all kinds of backgrounds with different levels of experience.
Which, again, goes back to what we were saying earlier about creating this incredible learning environment.
Exactly. It's like they're building a community where everyone feels welcome and inspired to learn.
I love that. Okay, I'm seriously considering booking a flight to Milan right now.
Me too. But even if Milan isn't in the cards right now, there's so much we can learn from Milan Fashion Campus's approach.
Like what? Give me some inspiration.
Well, for starters, it's a good reminder that it's never too late to pursue your passion.
So true. No matter your age or experience level, there's always something new to learn and explore in the world of fashion.
Exactly. And sometimes all it takes is a little inspiration and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone to make it happen.
Speaking of inspiration, I'm curious, from all the courses they offer, which one are you most drawn to?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm kind of torn between the Launch Your Fashion Brand course and the Fashion Week experience.
Oh, those are both fantastic choices. See, even just talk about these courses, it's getting my creative juices flowing.
Me too. But it's also a good reminder that you don't have to go all the way to Milan to tap into that fashion energy.
That's true. Inspiration can be found everywhere, right?
Exactly. So even if you can't book a flight right now, think about what you could do locally.
Like maybe check out some local designers or boutiques.
Yeah. Or see if there are any upcoming fashion events in your city.
Ooh. Or even like a workshop at a fabric store. Those can be really fun.
Totally. And don't forget about all the amazing resources online, too.
Right. There are tons of online courses and workshops these days.
It's like having a whole world of fashion knowledge at your fingertips.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So no excuses,
Yeah.
right? There's always a way to explore your passion.
Exactly. It's like that saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today.
Love that.
So true.
But okay, let's say someone is ready to take the plunge, maybe not Milan Fashion Campus specifically, but just, something big and fashion related.
Okay.
What's your advice on really making the most of that experience? That's a great question. I think the most important thing is to get really clear on your goals.
So, like, what do you hope to gain from it?
Exactly. Are you looking to learn specific skills, network with people in the industry? Or maybe just immerse yourself in that creative environment.
Right, because having that clear intention can make all the difference, especially when things get tough. Because let's face it, learning something new can be challenging.
Oh, absolutely. It's like having a roadmap.
Yeah.
It helps you stay on track and motivated.
Totally. And speaking of guidance, don't be afraid to reach out to people who've been there, like past students or even teachers.
Yes, they can offer invaluable advice and insights.
And who knows, those connections could lead to all sorts of opportunities down the road.
Exactly. Mentorships, collaborations, even just lifelong friendships. You never know.
It's amazing how one decision to pursue your passion can open so many
It
doors.
really is. And that's the beauty of it all, isn't it? Taking
Wow.
that leap of faith and seeing where it leads.
Beautifully said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Already, time flies when you're talking about fashion.
It really does. But before we go, any final words of wisdom for our listeners?
Just this. Keep exploring, keep creating, and never be afraid to chase those fashion
I
dreams.
love it. And remember, whether it's Milan, Paris, or your own hometown, there's a world of fashion out there waiting to be discovered. Until next time, keep those creative sparks flying.
Bye.